Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We have another mystery beer, and they're gonna try to guess, and that's it. Okay. There we go. Take that.
Free clue.
Some. Here.
Not looking. I'm looking at the trees.
The pecan trees.
Yeah. There's a deadish pecan tree thanks to Ida over there.
There was one across over there that was probably 200 years old. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Ida
It's
snapped.
still sitting there, or did it come and clear it out?
The trunk is there.
Oh, they cut it down, moved it.
They moved a lot of that back there. Okay, so.
Man, that's good wood. That pecan wood's good to smoke like meats with.
Right. Yeah, you can get the pecan chips. Here you go.
Or you can just go out in the woods and
chop it up. Yeah.
Big piece of pecan wood out there and put it on your smoker. All right.
Cheers.
I'm gonna admit one of my questions.
You like these glasses I bought?
What's the ABV on this?
ABV? 4.7.
No, it's Miller High Life.
I asked you a question. Do you like these glasses?
I love them. It's Miller High Life. I didn't even have to ask who was for it.
When I used to teach psychology class.
I heard the and I smelled it. I was like.
When I used to teach psychology class, we had a chapter on problem solving.
Yeah.
And then there was a section called obstacles to problem solving. And one of the obstacles to problem solving was overconfidence. That people tend to be more confident in their abilities than they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll just underestimate how difficult it's going to be.
What are you trying to say, Jay?
Well, it's not Miller High Life, so.
Then it's going to be genuine draft. I was in the ballpark, kids. Look at that. I thought it was the High Life.
So you guessed it on aroma?
I did. I guessed it on aroma, and it just looked like High Life. Oh. Well, that's a lose for me.
But it's close, because when this first hit the market in 1985, it was called Miller High Life Genuine Draft.
I remember that.
Then they kind of they decided to separate it and make it its own brand, so they just dropped the High Life and called it Miller Genuine Draft. And then about 2 years ago, they actually changed the recipe a little bit to differentiate it. Miller High Life's 4.6, this is 4.7, and very slight little differences. This is the new label, by the way.
This is a very good beer. This is delicious.
Mm-hmm. I paid too much for the 12-pack.
It's too much.
And then after I bought it, they dropped the price 50 cents. It was like $13.49, and I said, that's kind of high. And then 2 days later, they dropped it to $12.99. I said, oh, great.
How much is Budweiser 12-pack?
I don't know, about $12.99.
Huh.
They used to have specials for $9.99. Now, this says 3291, and I bet you that stands for the 329th day of 2021, huh? C104 is probably like the brewery, and 0656 is probably 6:56 a.m. Doesn't that sound like it makes sense? C1 is probably like whatever brewery, /4 probably the product line. All right, anyway, it's certified kosher, and it's cold filtered, meaning it's never pasteurized.
That's the difference between the High Life
and this. High Life's pasteurized.
Yeah. And that's why you get a fuller body with High Life. This is it's more clean, it's more subdued. It goes down kind of like water.
So do you prefer High Life or this?
It depends on it depends on the occasion. You know, I would prefer this if I was eating crawfish or having something where I didn't want the beer to interfere with the appetite of my food. But if I'm just having like snacks or something like that, chips or whatever, just watching a ball game, I would go with High Life.
And you save money on it too.
Well, not only that, it's just a full of beer. You know.
Full.
Yeah, full. It's the difference. Like if you and I liken it to this: water versus milk. This is more like water. High Life is more like milk in a fullness.
How do you score this one? You like this more than Michelob?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll give it an A.
A.
Yeah, this is a.
You think it's better than Michelob?
Oh yeah, it's just like a 93, 4. It's a really good beer.
When your Michelob tastes like Budweiser.
I'm gonna go with 93. I like it. It's an A beer. It's well made. People will say it's a macro. It's mass produced. Oh well, it tastes good.
Yeah, well, you know, to each their own.
We have a lot of micro produced beers that we've tried that were terrible. You know, not terrible, but not good.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, it's each beer. It has to be evaluated on its own. It's
Beer
not, you don't
should
just
be
say
beer.
well, it's a
Beer
group.
shouldn't be trying to be something else, and that's what's happening with some of these other so-called beers that we're trying.
I guess.
They're not really being beers. I mean, what's wrong with following the purity laws?
Nothing. This one doesn't.
No, you could make some really great beers.
Look at all the ones that come out of Germany that we tried.
Look at some of these homebrewers beers that we tried off camera.
Right. Well, we better stop because we got more to do. So, Les Bon Ton Relais, AAA, AAA, and we're going to end this review by saying y'all go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and tour the Miller Brewery.
And don't be looking for some towing service from us.
What are you talking about?
AAA towing service.
Oh.